Ciao YouTube, I am Venom Duke, and this is a Total War Shogun 2 Battle that I add. My army is composed of 4 units of archers, and they are basically all bow Ashigaru. One of them is my shameful veteran unit, and I believe I named that shameful because I lost a battle with them and I got them as veterans, so I named them this way. I got some Yari Ashigaru, 4 units of those. I had 3 units of veteran katana samurai, and some of them got nice uniforms, like these heroes or these calm, and I gave them this light uniforms because they are calm. Doesn't make any sense, but still. I also got these 2 units of Great Guard cavalry, and I don't know if I am going to bring these units again, this Great Guard again, my next battles. In fact, one of the videos following this will show Yari cavalry instead of Great Guard, because I noticed that the Great Guard cannot become veteran. I used them for many battles and we had lots of kills, but no veteran status for them. And since I like veteran units quite much, I don't know if I will bring them again. In any case, well, of course it's my job. And my opponent got 2 units of bow Ashigaru. He got some katana samurai, I believe only 2 units of those. He has 4 units of no Deku samurai, these guys here. And this is a pretty risky setup because no Deku samurai are really a one-shot weapon. They're good when they charge, but they are really crappy in many more occasions. He also got 4 units, I believe, of Yari Cav. Yeah, 4 units of those. And that's pretty much everything he got. So we start the archery exchange, and it's clear from the beginning that my opponent cannot possibly win this because I have 4 units and he got only 2. I am moving my Great Guard to try to get a flanking position, but as you can see, my maneuver was quite too far, so this unit would be out of main fight for quite a long time. He's rushing forward with Yari Cav, and as usual when my archers get charged by cavalry, I don't react quickly enough. I send forward my Yari Ashigaru. Looks like this time I acted quickly enough. I sent forward my Yari Ashigaru. This was this was what my opponent was waiting for, because you can see he's basically rushing forward while my archers are occupied. But even if they are behind my units, my archers can still fire. And I don't know why I'm moving them forward. In fact, I noticed my mistake and I'm moving them back as back as possible. Sorry. I reform my battle line with my Yari Ashigaru, and I'm basically gonna use my archers to invert his Nodachi samurai, because we are really, or Nodeki, because as you can see they're absolutely crappy armor. They fall like flies against archers, but unfortunately they also charge. They have an enormous charge bonus. As you can see, my poor Yari samurai and Ashigaru are just getting slaughtered. And so I send for my katana samurai, and as you can see, his Yari cavalry is get behind my lines, and he's gonna get my archer sort of his holdable leg, while my Great Guard in the background is trying to come back from that big large move that I made. And I use the Sternified ability here to boost my man's morale and stats. But as you can see, things are not going too well for me, especially for my Ashigaru. However, finally, no, that's not my unit, that's my opponent's unit, and yeah, it's kind of confusing because the banners are blue, my banners are black, but its blue is very dark, so sometimes I get confused. As you can see, my opponent left the saboteur here, and so I'm targeting him with my archers, and for some reason he managed to avoid all those arrows. I don't know why. And it's pretty complicated here because I get his cav behind my lines, so I'm trying to get it with my Yari Ashigaru, but it's not easy. And finally my Great Guard came in, and I started dealing some damage. Unfortunately, with some surprisingly low damage against the Yari samurai. He's charging one with lots of his guys, but my Great Guard is very good in a melee. They can last for quite long, and so I'm basically keeping these guys occupied. As you can see, my archers are running, and my Yari Ashigaru are not faring too well. But now my morale is is increasing because they noticed, hey, we are fighting Cav, we have a bonus against Cav, so we can trash them. And I think it tried to get my general with Cav, but unfortunately the morale dropped, and so they did not manage to do so. And here, many of these units run away, is left with these kind of samurai, but I'm butchering them. And as you can see, it's not like samurai is still there, but unfortunately, without the charge bonus, they're just sword meat. As you can see, they drop quite easy. That's the reason I don't bring no Deki samurai there. Extremely hard to use. Basically, as you can see, well, my Great Guard, only one unit of my Great Guard ran away, but that was enough because I managed to hold all of those units for quite a lot of time. And so my opponent is left with one unit of archers, his general, and two units of depleted units of cavalry, which is not a good thing for him. And so I am basically moving forward, and I try to order my general's bodyguard to remount, but unfortunately it looks like all of our horses got killed in that big melee. Look how many corpses. Yeah, the problem with Shogun 2 is that corpses really suck your system resources. But in any case, as you can see, my opponent is basically trying to run away, but you notice that he could not win this because there was no point in taking me by boredom. And so, as you can see, he loses his cav, he loses his archers, and everything he has is wavering. So I won the battle, despite my big mistake with moving cavalry at the beginning, and that was because my opponent relied on no Deki samurai. But the problem with no Deki samurai is that even if they have a huge charge bonus, their strength goes away pretty soon in a prolonged melee, and basically I think they can have some use, but they are very, very hard to use, you know, effectively. And I don't know why my screen suddenly went all shiny. Probably the game crashed. I don't know. No, it didn't. Well, in any case, I'm going to my opponent, and thank you for watching. Ciao ragazzi!